know, some of you can't tell, you're looking at me like, I can't tell, I identify as single, which really bums out my boyfriend. We went to a dinner party of 4 couples, 1 single guy at the end of the table. My boyfriend's like, God, I feel so bad for him. He's the only one going home alone. And I was like, I'll take care of it, see you in the morning. We figured out we're both perfectly straight because he's a little on the metrosexual side, as my stepmom likes to say. We figured out we're both perfectly straight because I was like, ugh, I have thought of going down on a woman, and he was like, well, I love it. And then he was like, ugh, at the thought of going down on a man, and I was like, yep. Friday night, hi. It's so good to be here. I'm from Seattle, but I live in LA, and I had no idea that the beauty standards there were ridiculous. I go anywhere else, I say I'm beautiful, people are like, oh yeah you are. I go to LA, I say I'm beautiful, they're like, ha, she's funny. I did a tour through rural Canada. When I was there, I was basically a supermodel. I come back to LA, I'm basically a moose. I didn't realize there were so many regional differences to what we're taught as kids. Like in Seattle, we got taught a lot of Native American history, Yukon culture. In LA, they taught the girls how to do their foundation correctly. I wasn't even outdoorsy enough for Seattle. It's actually kind of a relief to be in a place filled with women like that, because I'll see women going up a hiking trail in LA in stiletto heels. And I'm like, well, look who's outdoorsy now. It's not LA's fault. I've always felt like a little bit of a failure as a woman, to be honest. I'd like to share with you guys, when I was a kid, I got made fun of for being trans, and it was really hard because I was not trans. Because of my voice, because my parents dressed me in my older brother's hand-me-downs, girls would corner me in the bathroom going, Max is a man, Max is a man. And then right there in the bathroom, to prove I wasn't a man, I'd have to cry in front of them. It didn't prove I wasn't a man. It proved I was a real man. I like my voice now, because no one's ever going to accuse me of sounding hysterical. Other girls freak out, they're like, oh my God. I freak out, I'm like, oh my God. Like, she's taking this really well. I don't know, I guess I'm just not one of those women who leads with femininity. There's these girls on the internet, my pussy this, my pussy that, my pussy's a goddess. I'm always just like, really? A goddess? Mine's more like an air fryer. I first got it, I was like, oh, I'm gonna use this all the time. Pretty soon you're like, takeout's faster. I don't have any problem with women who love their sexuality, treat their pussy like a goddess. I just hate the expectation it sets up that we treat a dick like a god, you know? Hey, I treat my boyfriend's dick like God. I ignore it except for major holidays. I think people get the wrong impression of me because they don't really know what to do with a tomboy after age 30. Like when I'm a girl, people look at me in tennis shoes, they're like, oh, you're a tomboy. When I'm a woman, people look at me in tennis shoes, they're like, oh, you're Ellen? I get it, it's how I dress. I want guys to work for it. I want my body to be a little bit of a mystery now. I cover up, I dress this way because I want my sexiness to be like Schrodinger's cat. You gotta get in the box to find out that I'm dead inside. Thank you. I get it though, women after the show always come up trying to test my straightness. I'm like, no. Men have tested it plenty. I feel like gay people know they're gay because they're proud of who they're attracted to. Straight people know we're straight because we're not proud of who we're attracted to. My girlfriends will be like, he has a tribal tattoo. I'm like, I know, I can't help it. honestly, I don't mind being hit on by women. I love it because being hit on by women is just getting compliments. If you turn down a woman, she lets you keep the compliment. She's like, thanks anyway, gorgeous, you have a good weekend. You turn down a guy, he takes the compliment back, just like, dumb bitch, I didn't want you anyway. I think guys need to learn to take rejection a little better. And I get it, it's scary, but it's weird how women take rejection so much better than men. I think it's because we're used to only getting 70% of what we ask for. I asked my boss for a raise and he said no, and I was like, that's okay, beautiful, thanks anyway, gorgeous. But my guy friends, they get so mad when a woman doesn't want to go out with them. They're trying all these tricks to trick women into sleeping with them, and I'm like, you don't need tricks. For one thing, stop asking out 20-year-olds. They haven't lowered their standards yet. 30 and up, that's your game. You ask out a 20-year-old who's not interested, dudes, you're getting, ugh. But if you ask out a 30-year-old who's not interested, you're getting drinks. All my guy friends think they have to do these really like well thought out strategies to get a woman, and I'm just like, no, stop. I don't want to be treated like a target, you know? I want to be treated like Target. Just come up like, babe, you got everything I need. Why would I go anywhere else? Instead, they're like, no, you gotta nag a woman, make her feel bad. And I'm like, no, now you're treating me like Walmart. Like you're embarrassed to be seen inside of me. I just think women were so much better at giving a compliment without expecting anything in return. Like, just outside of here, I was walking down the street past a girl who was wearing a really cute little dress, and I said, excuse me, you look really pretty in that dress. And she said, ugh. And I was like, dumb bitch, shouldn't want you anyway. My boyfriend takes no for an answer all the time. I'm like, you might be husband material. We did just move in together. Anyone living with their significant other? Yeah, that took a while to own up to. I was like, fine. And I get it now. I didn't want to. I just figured, I'm in my 30s. It's a little juvenile. I should really stop calling him my boyfriend and practice calling him my hostage. People are like, how have you managed to hang on to such a great guy this long? I'm like, the old-fashioned way. Chicken wire. I've been having trouble though because I don't feel like I'm the domestic type. I didn't really get a good female role model for being a good partner. And I see other women who make it look so easy. They cook, they clean, they've been with their husband through his cancer. And I'm like, how do I compare with that? I guess I gotta learn to give him cancer. I suddenly became stepmom to all of his plants that I have to water. I didn't know I was gonna be adopting chores to do when we moved in together. My friend Janet's like, oh, just treat them like your own. So once a week I turn the hose on them. And then I walk around going, you're the reason we don't have sex anymore. You're the reason we don't have sex anymore. I'm worried though, because I didn't realize when you live with a significant other, things that didn't used to bother me about him now can ruin my entire month. Little habits, little things you never notice till you're living together. Like I never noticed before we moved in that he does this one thing where every morning he wakes up. What do I do? I'm worried I'm gonna snap. I'm gonna kill him. The newspaper headlines are gonna read, Maxie Whitrack kills boyfriend in fit of rage. And the question on everyone's minds is gonna be, she dates men? Really? Huh. I get it. I'm not feeling like I'm hitting the traditional milestones. I feel less like a woman in her 30s and more like a woman in the 30s. I don't own land. I don't have a real job. People are starting to whisper, well, I haven't taken a husband yet. Turns out, if you're a woman over 30 and you're not married, there's only two explanations. You're either a lesbian or you're a lot. I know which one I am. And your friends, when you're kind of a harsh woman like me, your friends will go out of their way to set you up with someone who can handle you. Maxie, you need someone who can handle you. Like I'm a pit bull. I just need someone with a firm hand, a deep voice, and a tall fence. They would be thrilled to see me get together with an alpha bro male. They'd be like, wow, I haven't seen Maxie in 6 months. She must be really happy in this new relationship. Yeah, I've been chained to a radiator for 3 of them. And those were the good months. Handle me. Why do you want a guy who can handle me? That's like mob talk for killing me. Hey, let's find a guy who can take Maxie out. Sorry, do you want a guy who can take care of me or who can take care of me? All right, that's new. Thanks, you guys. Thank you for, thank you. You guys are great. I'm just so happy to be here. I lost my train of thought because praise makes me fall off my edge. Hi. It's true though. I like a weak man. I really like a weak man. My friends are like, why do you keep going for all these beta guys? I'm like, I don't know. They're like, well, you want a guy you can walk all over? I'm like, you mean a man I can defend myself from? I haven't been feeling as attractive lately, if I'm being honest, because in LA, you really find out what you look like based on the roles you're going out for as an actor. And let me tell you, I'm not going out for femme fatale. I'm not going out for ingenue. I told my agent this week, look lady, I didn't move here to be dead prostitute. She's like, sweetie, no one ever does. She says it's because the bags under my eyes make me look old. And I'm like, all the women in my family have them, because all the men in my family are exhausting. The only thing that makes me feel good lately is catcalling. Guy whistled out his truck window at me, and I was like, pig! Some girls don't like it, I like it. Another guy was like, hey girl, shake what your mama gave you. I was like, oh. Clinical depression's pretty hard to shake, but okay. I'll be honest, I didn't have a great female role model. My mom was not the maternal type, and it sucks. It's embarrassing having mommy issues. You think you make fun of a woman with daddy issues? Mommy issues means I clung to every woman like she was the mommy I wanted. And I recently looked through some 2nd grade notebooks where I am going on and on about my favorite teacher, Mrs. Simons, how good she smells, how she's my favorite, how I hope we can be together forever. I'm looking through these notebooks like, oh my God, what an incel. I skipped 1st grade into 2nd because I was gifted. Now looking back, I'm like, what was I doing to the kindergarten teacher that made her be like, oh, this girl's gonna be a problem, let's move her along. Just my hot little breath giving her hugs too long. Tell me you love me. Some girls are like, oh, it's so embarrassing. When I was younger, I was a teacher's pet. I'm like, oh, so embarrassing. When I was young, I was a child predator. To be honest with you guys, so my mom kicked me out when I was a teenager, and since then, people have been like, oh, was she mentally ill? I'm like, God, I hope so. It is so much easier telling people she was mentally ill than explaining how much we all sucked. Okay. Stay with me. And people have thought it's weird that I say she's mentally ill without knowing it, but I actually think it's nice to give someone the benefit of the doubt. For instance, my dad, horrible social skills. For years, he will just say something completely without any awareness, blurt things out in public, embarrass me and my siblings, and we yell at him. We're so mean at him. We're so tough on him. You're looking up like this might be me. We're so tough on him. Until one day my brother goes, "Do you think Dad's autistic?" Oh. And ever since then, we have been so much nicer to him. We'll be out in public, he'll be like, "Go Trump!" We're like, "That's our special little guy." And look, I don't want to divide the room, Tacoma. I don't mean to imply you have to have something mentally wrong with you to be autistic. I think we are all different, weird in our own little ways. I think the difference is whether you're weird and mean or weird and nice, right? Because if someone's weird and mean, I'm like, "Oh, you're obviously a problem." But if someone's weird and nice, I'm like, "Oh, you're obviously a delight." I was in a Goodwill thrift shopping, and this guy comes off the street straight up to me and goes, "You're beautiful, you're stunning, you're gorgeous." The cashier comes over, she's like, "Ma'am, is this man bothering you?" I'm like, "Not at all." I get weirdos reaching out to me via DM. They're direct messaging me things like, "You are the very picture of a lady. You are refined elegance incarnate." And I'm like, "Oh my God. This guy gets me." I think the reason I turned out this way is I was a horse girl growing up. Any horse girls in here? That's right. Look, if you did not know a weird horse girl growing up, you were the weird horse girl growing up. I only just figured out why we were so weird. Because we don't love horses a normal amount. We have so much pride in our love for horses, you might as well just add it to the alphabet. LGBTQIA horse. Just a horse. Full stop. My dad got me into horses to keep me out of trouble with boys, and I gotta hand it to him. One rumor about me making out with my horse, they stayed away completely. It didn't work for some of the girls in my 4-H club, though. I remember being at the county fair watching a girl who was 18 years old, 8 months pregnant, showing her horse, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, what if there's an accident?" I'm like, "I think there already was." It's funny though, I miss horses. They're very expensive, I can't do it anymore. I wish my parents had gotten me into a hobby that I could pay for as an adult, you know, like piano or violin or crack. Because rich women get to do it. Horsewomen are just socially acceptable alcoholics. If you know a horsewoman, you know it's true. She's like, "You know, I thought I'd just have one to be social, but pretty soon I was coming home to 3 or 4. Horsewomen are hiding their saddles like they're hiding DUIs. They're like, "My husband's gonna kill me, I have 6. But some of you noticed my outsider shirt on the way in, and it's because as a horse girl, I'm used to being a bit of a weirdo, a bit of an outsider. Anyone remember this book? Hell yeah. I loved it because I love the message that you stay gold. You love what you love. That makes you you. That makes you golden, and I loved horses growing up. And not everyone's gonna get that. My stepmom doesn't get how on earth, in my ranking of love, it still goes my pony that died 5 years ago, then my boyfriend. She's like, "Honey, guys like to know they're number 1. I'm like, "I don't know what to tell you, Barb. Can't beat a dead horse." Thanks, guys. I'm Max.